Welcome to the KBB Review podcast. My name is Matt Baker, and you're hearing my voice because we have another special awards podcast series for you. And obviously, this coincides, perhaps on purpose, with us opening the submission process for entries to the KBB Review Retail and Design Awards 2026. More on that in a moment, but first, it may well be a new year, but we're delighted to welcome back our awards podcast partner for 2026, Sonus Bathrooms. As ever, it's great to have their support, as between now and the event on Monday, March the 2nd, we'll be bringing you special bonus episodes where we'll meet our 2026 judges and finalists, among other awards-related features. In fact, we'll be revealing the shortlist itself in a very special episode of this podcast just before Christmas, so a massive thank you to Sonus Bathrooms for the support. With nearly 50 years experience, Sonus has grown to become a huge player in the bathroom sector. The brand curates a complete collection from furniture and brassware to ceramics and showering, and you can find out everything you need to know about them at sonusbathrooms.com, and I'll make sure that link is in the episode description. Now, back to the awards. After an absolutely sensational evening back in April, where nearly 800 retailers, designers and industry leaders gathered at the iconic Tower Ballroom in Blackpool, we're now ready to kick off the 2026 season right here. As I've said, entries opened at the start of September and will close on Thursday, November the 13th, 2025. And trust me, there will be no extensions. As many of you will surely know, 2026 sees the return of KBB Birmingham, where we'll host the awards at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole. It usually means the awards event sells out faster than usual, as every KBB man and his KBB dog will be there, and you can be sure I'll be shouting about tickets over the next few months, but for now, you can find out more at kbbreview.com/awards. Today, though, I'm here to talk to you about building an award-winning entry. Because, despite our judges seeing past any typos or grammar mistakes, there is an art to capturing the imagination of someone reading about your business or your projects. I'm going to break down all the important stuff you need to know about submitting an entry to the KBB Review Retail and Design Awards, what's it all about, what are the categories, and our top 10 top tips. And no one knows the awards like our very own managing editor, Andy Davies. So I guess I better enlist his help to talk through everything. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
I'm very good. Very good. Glad to be back with another awards series.
You know what? It's always exciting to start the awards process all over again. We build up to that big event, as you say, we had in Blackpool. It was fantastic. But you know what? This is the meat and potatoes of the thing. This is the bit where it's always really important about actually seeing what businesses are doing well, what fantastic showrooms are out there, what brilliant designs are being put out. It's my favourite bit of it, is seeing those entries come in and just seeing how it's all changed and what themes are coming through. It's great. I love it.
And also last year, Tower Ballroom, we had a very ballroom dancing theme. This year, we're going to do something very different to the Birmingham Metropole. What's our theme? Can you reveal? What can you say about our theme?
Well, as you people have probably seen from the artwork we've put out so far, it's a kind of 50s Americana kind of theme. So we're expecting some rock and roll, we're expecting a bit of 50s nostalgia, and quite frankly, I love it. Now, speaking of nostalgia though, Matt, 2026 awards. I worked this out the other week. It's my 20th awards.
Oh.
It's my 20th awards, which quite frankly is terrifying.
Do we have to get a card or something?
I think I should go back in time myself and try and remember what I was like 20 years ago. But this is the 20th awards I've been involved in.
That is pretty special, though. This is why we got you on the podcast, and you can talk about the awards, because you literally are the one person who can do this.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough, that is true, yeah.
So, yeah, the awards, they do seem to be getting bigger and bigger and more interesting year on year. So give us a quick intro to the event for people who might be looking to enter.
Well, yeah, this is my 20th year, and if I look back on what the awards was like 20 years ago, or even 10, 15 years ago, it is completely different. It's so much bigger, so many more entries. The whole judging process is so much more complicated necessarily to make it so robust. So, I'm very proud of what it's become. And it is the biggest awards event in this bit of the sector, which I'm very proud of. So we have categories for retailers, showrooms, best retailers, that kind of thing. We have categories for designers, for kitchen designers, bathroom designers, about for the projects they've done. We have categories for newcomers to the industry, people who've just opened a showroom, or indeed individuals, rising stars who are coming up through to be the next generation. We have a category for installations. We have a category for suppliers. So there's a little bit for everyone. And I think we'll go into the details in a bit, won't we? But it's the important two things important you need to know. One is it's completely free to enter. I can't emphasize that enough. People always ask me, how much is it? It is completely free and has been for the 20 years I've been involved with it. And not only is it free to enter, if you get shortlisted, you'll get free tickets to the event as well. So literally there's nothing to lose. Now, one thing we're going to emphasize all the way through this conversation, Matt, and I'm going to bore you with it and you're going to bore me with it. If you want to find out anything, all the information you need is at the website, which is kbbreview.com/awards. And that link's in the episode description, I'm assuming.
It will be.
Yes.
So let's look at some of these categories then in more detail, and you can see which ones are right for you. Let's start with the design categories. We have 3 for kitchen and 3 for bathroom, and they're divided by project cost. So we have kitchen designer of the year, project cost up to £30,000. Then we have project cost 30 to 50k. And then project cost over 50k. So they're the 3 for the kitchen. And then for the bathroom designer of the year, we've got project cost up to 15 to 30k, and then finally the project cost of over 30k, the big bathrooms. So just a point of clarification on that as well. By project cost, we mean price paid by your client. Just tell us what it is and isn't included in that price. It's all very straightforward.
Now, that is the question we get asked quite a lot, is what we mean by project cost. And the truth is, there is no perfect way of describing different projects because the permutations of each one is completely different. Who's paid for what the client has chosen, what you have chosen, whether it includes building work, whether it includes installation, all those things. There's so many variables. So we have to pin it down to one thing. So we pin it down to the cost paid to you by your client. But, as Matt just quite correctly says, you have to include on the form what is or isn't included in that price. So if installation is included or isn't included, you have to say so.
There you go. So just onto some other categories then. We've got a new addition to this year's awards, the Unsung Hero Award. So this honours the people whose dedication, passion, commitment, all of that makes for an extraordinary difference in every single day, basically, in the business. It could be the business owner who always goes above and beyond for the team. It could be a designer who quietly transforms the client's dreams into reality. Or it could be a colleague who works behind the scenes who just keeps everything running smoothly. This is your chance to celebrate the individuals who don't always take centre stage, but without whom the show simply wouldn't go on. Now, just a point here, nominees must be 30 years of age or over on the closing date of November the 13th, 2025. If you want to put someone forward who is under 30, that's okay. We've got you covered. We've got the Rising Star of the Year category for that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. That's the first new category we've introduced in quite a long time. And it really came out of the number of people who come to me every year and say, look, my dad's run this business for 35 years. We've got a guy in the warehouse who the whole thing would collapse if he wasn't there. We've got somebody who's just doing a fantastic job. And, they're over 30, so they're not the rising star, but they're as essential to a business as anybody is. And these awards are all about celebrating what's brilliant about independent retail. And those individuals, as you say, those unsung heroes, they deserve as much recognition as anybody. So I'm really looking forward to hearing the stories that come through from that one. Right, let's mention while we're here the Installation Company of the Year, which is pretty of a self-explanatory title of a category. But the important bit to notice with this is what we mean by installation company. So that could mean a one-man band installer, but it could also mean a retailer who has an installation arm of the business. So it's a very broad church, that one. And again, installation is such an important part, obviously, of the process of buying a new kitchen or buying a new bathroom that we can't not recognise it. And again, some of my favourite winners have come from that category. So that's great. Speaking of achievements of key people, we have our category in here for suppliers. So if you're a supplier to the business, and by supplier, incidentally, we don't just mean product, as in a basin or a washing machine or whatever. We mean they could be service providers. They could be accountants. They could be software providers. They could be anybody who supplies something to the retailer. And we're asking for the Supplier Team of the Year. So this is a team of people who just keep the independent retail network going. Again, incredibly important part of that chain.
You mentioned it just then, just on the night, we give out the Special Achievement Award. So what's that all about?
So the Special Achievement Award is not a Lifetime Achievement Award. Some people do get it because of Lifetime Achievement, but the idea is that it is for someone, an individual within the industry that we choose, the editorial team, who has made a significant contribution to the overall industry. It is a really important award on the night, but you don't nominate anybody for it. You can't enter it. As I say, we choose that. So it is Slightly different, but no less important.
Absolutely. So now let's just move on to the retail business categories of the awards. Now, these are Retailer of the Year, New Retailer of the Year, and Showroom of the Year. And there are both kitchen and bathroom versions of each, so there's 6 in total. The key differences here is that the Retailer of the Year is about the business, how it's run, and then the Showroom of the Year is about the design of the showroom, how it looks, how it feels.
That's right. And the New Retailer of the Year is for businesses that have opened in the last 12 months. But that doesn't have to necessarily be a brand new business. It could be a significant extension of an existing business. So, for example, a kitchen showroom in Ipswich has opened a bathroom showroom in Norwich or something. It can be that. So that's one of the things where if anyone's got any issues with that, we'll happily talk that through if they think whether they do or don't qualify for that.
Yeah. And again, Andy, where can people find out about the awards?
I think we all know, Matt, it's kbbreview.com/awards.
Great stuff. Now, you've tuned in today because you want to know what makes the perfect awards entry and to give yourself the best possible chance of winning. So let's do a quick rundown of our top tips. So then, first off, number 10.
Very simple, but so important. Read all the instructions and do what they say. Now, I know that sounds incredibly obvious, but you'll be surprised how many people don't do it. The instructions we have, the guidelines we have are there for a reason. They've been developed over many, many years based on what feedback we get from judges. It's there for a reason. Read the instructions and follow them.
And in at number 9.
Give yourself a bit of time. It's very easy to sit in front of your computer and go, right, I need to do my entry today. Don't. Stop. Think about what information you want to get across and how you're going to give it to us. Write the bullet points out. Find the most important things that you want to talk about and get across before you start writing the entire thing.
And number 8.
Design categories. Please include the floor plan. Include the floor plan, Matt. Every single year, the judges say, why hasn't this got a floor plan? The judges are professional designers. They want to see the floor plan. 99 times out of 100, they look at the floor plan before they look at any photographs. It's so important.
And then number 7.
Design categories again. An individual can only enter each category once. There are 6 design categories in total, so the maximum number of entries you can do is 6. You cannot enter the same category several times. Different designers from the same company can enter the same category, but you as an individual can only enter each category once. Don't waste your time.
And then number 6 of our top tips.
Talked about project cost earlier. You've got to include what is or isn't included in that cost. It puts you at no disadvantage to be inside one project cost category over another. It really doesn't, but you've got to include what is or isn't included in that cost, particularly if it's installation.
And at number 5.
Include really, really good images. Now, there can be images taken on your phone, but by good, I don't mean professional photography. I mean good that actually shows and demonstrates the thing that you're talking about. Professional photographers in designs, for example, love taking really close-up pictures of taps, but that doesn't really tell a professional design judge anything about the whole project. So actual photographs, not vendors.
And number 4 top tips.
The judges are professionals. They are in the same boat as you. They do the same thing as you. So don't try and flim-flam it. Don't try and pretend that problems weren't there. Talk about the problems. Talk about the things that went wrong and how you fixed them. Talk about the things that were out of your control. Talk about it as if you are a professional designer talking to another one.
And in at number 3.
In those business categories, be factual. Use facts and evidence to demonstrate what it is that you're saying. Just saying we're a brilliant business and our showroom's fantastic doesn't tell anybody anything. You need to say our turnover's up 10%, our showroom visitors have improved by 25%. Try and put some kind of evidence to back up the points that you're trying to make.
And then number 2 of our top tips.
We put the criteria that the judges use in all the descriptions. That's the guides they use to score and judge the entries. So you use them to write your entries. You've got to include something for every criteria.
And we've got a new entry at number 1.
Brand new, because I got asked this a lot last year. It's perfectly fine and okay to use ChatGPT or something equivalent to help you write your entry. I genuinely don't care. The judges don't care. If it makes you feel more confident about what you're getting across, fantastic. People sometimes say to me they haven't written an essay since they were at school. It doesn't matter, we're not looking for essays. What you have to make sure it does, though, is get across the story that you're trying to tell using the facts and figures that you want to use. So take a load of bullet points, put it in ChatGPT and tell them to write 300 words on it. Brilliant. I don't care. Love it.
And there we go. There are top 10 top tips for building an award-winning entry.
Yeah, look, there's lots of information there. The website has so much information on it and help. You can download the questions. You can download top tips on there as well. Give it a go. It's all there to help you. We want you to enter. We want you to do well. We want you to be successful. And remember, of course, it is completely and utterly free too. So you've got nothing to lose. Give it a go. There's so many amazing designers, so many amazing businesses that I know that have never entered the awards. I promise you, it's got nothing to do with how big your business is. It's got nothing to do with how much money you spend or even how much money you make. We've got lots of examples of winners that are 1 or 2 man band high street showrooms. It's not about size. It's about what you do with what you've got.
There you go. And I hope we've persuaded people to give it a go there. So if you think you're doing a good job, chances are others will too. So go to our new favourite web address, which is kbbreview.com/awards to find out more. And don't forget that entries close on Thursday, November the 13th. No extensions. Just to recap then, the awards event itself will take place on March the 2nd next year in the middle of KBB Birmingham. Organisation is well underway, so if you want to come to the awards and you want to book your seats or tables, then again, go to the website kbbreview.com/awards. And yes, a big thank you to our awards podcast partners, Sonus Bathrooms, for all their support. Look out for our upcoming bonus episodes as we follow the entries, judging and planning all the way to the event itself. And for one last time, all the information you need is at kbbreview.com/awards. Thank you, Andy, for your advice. Any parting words?
As always, Matt, I'm going to steal this. You've got to be in it to win it.
There you go. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you next time.